We're headed to get comfortable with pineapple sage. It happens to live in the bee garden in one of the tree wells. Can you see it from here? Take a moment and notice everything you see and hear in this larger area of pineapple sage's ecosystem. In a moment, we will start to move closer. When we do, I want you to take note of all the plants, animals, insects, or anything else you see and hear. When standing here, we can see a closer view of the pineapple sage. Today, it's about 83 degrees. In the sun, that means it's about 91. In the shade, it's about 81. There's no breeze or anything. It's late spring day. Take a moment and listen. What do you hear? What do you see? Are there other plants near the pineapple sage? Are the pineapple sage's leaves touching anything? What about its roots? What kind of light does it get where it's at? How might the water flow through here when it's watered or when it rains? Is it protected from the winds? What animals or insects or other things might live around here? Now let's zoom in and get a bit closer so that you can see just the pineapple sage itself. Now we are right here with pineapple sage. Take a moment and really look at the whole plant. Notice every detail you can. Now we're starting our closer look at this of the pineapple sage. Let's look at the stem. How is this stem shaped? Is it round? Square? Does it look flexible? Hard? Woody? Is there any markings on the stems? Let's take a closer look at the stem. Zoom in there. Let's see if the camera will let me zoom in there for you. Do you see any hairs or barbs or thorns? Make note of all the details that you can about the stem. Now let's move out and look at the leaf arrangement. How are the leaves arranged? Are there only leaves on the top? Only leaves at the bottom of this plant? Or are there leaves throughout the whole plant? Do they grow across from each other? Do they grow right next to each other? How do they grow? How do they come off of the stem? Do you see any evidence of animals or insects or anything like that when looking at this? Okay, now we're going to zoom in to just one leaf. Now that we're zoomed in to just one leaf, take a look at the edges of the leaf. How are the edges of the leaf? Are they sawtooth, jagged, smooth? Are there lines or veins in this leaf? Are they deeply valleyed or embossed? How do you think this leaf might feel? If it's safe to touch, then go ahead and feel it. You know, ooh, that's nice and soft. That's fuzzy. How do you think it might smell? My fingers smell like pineapple after touching her. If it's safe to taste, how do you think it might taste? I'll tell you guys that one at the end of this video. Now let's take a look at how the flowers are arranged on this plant. How are the flowers arranged on the stem? Are they across from one another? Do they alternate? Is there just one flower per stem? Is there lots of flowers per stem? Do they grow in clumps and make it look like just one flower? Can you tell from looking at this if there's been any insects or animals or anything else that's visited this plant? Now we're doing a close-up of just the flower. I would try to focus on just one for you, but given this plant, that's a bit hard. So take note of everything you can about this flower. How are the stamens? How do they come off the stem? Are they all close together? Are they far apart? Do they overlap? What shape are these flowers? Here, I'll try to get a little bit of a inside view. Let's see. I don't think the camera's going to do it for me. They're really soft and fuzzy. How do you think they might taste? Let's see. Let's see if she'll let me have this one. Thank you, sweetie. She's got like a little floral nectar taste. And then a very hint of pineapple. The leaves did have a real pineapple-y taste to them. Okay, now pick one detail of the pineapple sage and focus all of your attention on it. Let your mind just drift with this plant. What can you do for pineapple sage? What can it do for you? If you closed your eyes, slowly open them and bring yourself back to your surroundings. Now we're going to draw this plant from memory. Try to draw the pineapple sage either in your mind or on a piece of paper. Do it from the ground up, noting every single detail that you can. If you forget something or miss something, no worries, just skip it and move on. If you need more time, pause the video now. Now looking back at the pineapple sage, note any detail that you missed. Feel free to rewind this video as many times as you need until you are completely comfortable with pineapple sage. That concludes our Get Comfortable with Pineapple Sage. I highly suggest doing this activity with the plants in your yard. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Till then, Take care.